Hello, everyone. Welcome to Small Biz Tips. Guys, I got another legend for y'all. So I met this young lady a couple months ago on LinkedIn, right? We connected, we started chatting. She came to some of my events. She is amazing. So I had to bring her to the podcast today. Tashima, what's good, girl?
Thank you, Druber. Hello, everyone. I am Tashima Freeman. I am a business coach and an accountant. I help a lot of career professionals really break from that corporate cycle
Mhm.
into business, into becoming a business builder, I should
Okay.
say. And we do this by creating an exit strategy. But I also own an accounting firm, which was actually my first business.
All right. Before we get into all that, who is Tashima?
Oh, child. I am a
Talk to us.
billionaire in the making, and I mean that when I say it. I am a mother, of course. I am dedicated to my son. My son is my why for why I do all of this and why I am so big on building generational wealth now so
Mhm.
that we can enjoy the reaps that we sow. So that's part of who I know a lot of entrepreneurs are like, your motherhood is not all you about, baby. That is a big part of what I am
That's
about.
your why.
No, it's serious. But I am also a go-getter. And I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I have always been a go-getter. I have
Mhm.
always had a job since middle school, going into high school, all throughout college.
Hold on. Middle
Yeah,
school?
like
What did
that's
you used
just
to do?
child, everything. I started out in customer service. My first job
Okay.
was actually let me give y'all a even bigger background.
Yes, yes.
My mom, my father, my grandmother, my aunts, they are all business owners. They
Oh,
have,
wow.
yeah, like entrepreneurship is in my blood. It's not something that I just woke up and was like, oh, I want to do this. It's in me. It ain't on me.
That's
My first
amazing.
job was actually in my grandmother's floor shop. She's been a florist for the past 35, maybe even going on 40 years
Oh,
now.
wow.
Yeah, my first job was running the cash register, assisting in,
Wait, how old were you?
you know how
12,
grandparents
10?
have us, they have us in there 5 and 6, but like seriously, when I was doing it and she was actually paying me, I might have been 10, 11.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was a young thing. And then of course I moved to like that basic McDonald's job to kind of get me.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you something. Make your kids work at a fast food restaurant. It built all of my customer service skills. I tell no lie.
Nice, nice. So wait, before we go any further, what's a crazy story when you worked at McDonald's?
And it has nothing to do with McDonald's. So you know how sometimes when you work in so the McDonald's I worked in was inside of a Walmart.
Okay.
Okay,
Those
now y'all know
McDonald's.
I've
Gotcha.
seen it all. First of all, that is the reason why I am a Walmart basher. I do not support Walmart. I will never buy stock in their company ever. Like Walmart basher here.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm her. I'm Target all day long. But there was a time where I was two, they had to be like sisters or cousins or something. Two ladies came in, they had this baby stroller, and then they had like a little one in their hand. Why did they ordered this food, and it was like it was a regular transaction for me, but they did seem a little off when I tell you they walked out of the McDonald's and all you could see was the police and everyone
Oh
chasing them
my
down.
God.
Basically, there wasn't a baby in a stroller. They had stolen a whole bunch of
Oh
clothes, a
my
whole bunch of
God. That's
a whole bunch of
crazy.
stuff. I've seen it all working at that McDonald's.
Wow. It's funny how they stole all this stuff, but then they paid you for the food.
For the food. My thing was, why would you even stop here? Why would you even stop
Exactly.
here? Just keep it pushing. But no,
Wow.
Walmart has a whole system. They can hear everything that you're talking about while you're in their store.
Yeah.
We were very close with the security guards, so they kind of put us up on game. Like, we're not gonna stop you inside the store. We'll let you get to the exit so that you think that
The
you got
intent.
away.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. So, all right, now fast forward, right? You've worked in all those places. How
Mhm.
did you end up starting your accounting firm?
So anyone who has known me since college, I started out my college career as an accountant. Like I knew off rip that I wanted to own an accounting firm. I have
Wow.
been saying since high school, I am going to own an accounting firm. So like to see it is like, dang, I really did that. But yeah, I have always known I was gonna own an accounting firm. When I was in my junior year of college, I started working at H&R Block. That kind of gave me
Mhm.
like that tax background. I did not stop doing taxes after that. I continued to do it. I worked with H&R Block another year, which was a great experience for me because I kind of had like hands-on training, but I was getting paid to do it as well. So
Mhm.
that was awesome. And then throughout my college career, because it took me a little time to actually graduate college, I'll be the one to tell you that. But I always worked an accounting job or a tax job. I never steered away from, if I
Oh,
had two
wow.
jobs, maybe my other job was something different, but I never steered away from that. So I worked as a financial analyst with Georgia Lottery. Um,
Uh-huh.
I did about 5 years at a nonprofit, which really gave me that accounting background that I needed. Because we had to really abide by a lot of governmental rules and obligations.
Uh-huh.
So that really helped me a lot in my career. And then I got into working with Emory University, and I skipped past a whole bunch of jobs, but Emory University was that one job where if I'm honest with you all, I was like, I don't know, I might be able to stay here. Like I might be able to actually do this.
Uh-huh. But then what happened?
I got fired. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the
So
reason, right? One door closed for another one to open?
most definitely, and the whole reason for me being fired. Do we got time?
Well, spill the tea. We got
Let
some,
me
we got a couple
give y'all
minutes.
I'm gonna give y'all a little tea. I got caught up in some stuff in like 2016. Again, I'm working an accounting job while I'm here. I am
Mhm.
also a personal assistant, so I'm working two jobs.
Mm.
I got caught up in some mess. I ended up getting into some legal trouble, which caused
Wow.
it really messed up my accounting streak that I was on. So from
Mm.
2017 to 2019, I've applied probably to over 30, 50 jobs. Out of
Wow.
those 30, 50 jobs, I've been accepted offers 70K, 60K, like
Mhm.
great offers for me at that age. That was awesome. Like I'm like 24, 25. So, I'm like, yes, I'm getting these offers, y'all, but I'm not making it past the background check.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
so I'm literally passing drug tests, getting to a point of like, we're gonna send you your I-9. We just need your background to go through. And then when the background comes, I'm not able to pass it. So from
Wow.
really 2016 to 2019, that was my struggle throughout all of that.
What would you do?
I continue. What do you mean? What do? You keep
Like,
going. You
I'm
you
saying,
persevere.
what else were you doing? What kind of work were you
I
doing?
would work with jobs. I immediately started working with temp services. A lot of temp services
Gotcha.
weren't doing background checks during that time. So I would work with temp services. I would go after internships. I would do
Gotcha. So
whatever
you
I
would
had.
hone in on your skills.
Yeah, like I had a lot of people telling me like, stop trying to get an accounting job. Just go get something basic for you to work. And I'm like, that's not acceptable for me.
Mm.
I'm very big on striving for excellence, being excellent in everything that you do. And that was me like lowering my standards. And
Yeah.
I'm not about that life. I'm not about
Yeah,
that life,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
I
amazing.
ended up coming across this Emory job. They let me in for a year without a background check. So then
Oh, wow.
it gets to a point where they're like, we want to promote you to a higher rank. So now they're trying to
Oh,
make me a senior accountant.
dang.
When I tell you, I went into that room, they gave me my offer. I was like, that's not gonna cut it. I'm getting everything I asked for. I got the pay I asked for. I told them I only wanted to have to come in the office 2 days out of the week, and I wanted to be able to choose those 2 days out of the week. They're giving it to me.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting everything I asked for. They accept it. I go through this entire 3, 4 month process. In February of 2020, he called me in the office and he's like, your background check came back. We can't
I'm
let you go.
sorry. Dang.
Yep.
But guess what? It created an opportunity. What happened
Listen,
in
Hubert.
2020?
Listen, literally. I was in Miami. I want to say it was the last week of February. I was in Miami for one of my homegirls' birthday. We having a good time. I leave Miami to go back to work. I'm like, no, I don't want to miss out on work. I'm going to go back to work. They need me there. I get there. He hires
Oh,
me. He
oh
hires
man.
me. That same day, I started looking for a coach. I found my coach maybe like 2 days later, but I was like on a hunt for finding a coach. I
Wait,
was on the
question.
hunt for making sure that my business name and everything was still registered and everything was good with that. I started my business in that same week. I got fired on a Monday. By Friday, I was already in the place of getting all my systems in place as far as my
Mm.
software that I needed. I started my business. I tripled my income that first month. And
Woohoo!
I say in less than
Congrats.
30 days, I tripled my income and I went hard.
So I got a question for you, right?
Yeah.
What was the mindset when you got fired? You know, you flew back, you got fired, and then you went and get a coach. A lot of people wouldn't go and get a coach. They would go and, cry, hide under their bed, make the world feel bad for themselves. But you took action and literally start a business that same week. I did the same thing. That's how I started my company, got let go, was like, screw these people. I'm gonna start a business. And by that next Monday, I already had a company. So what was that mindset in you? Like what twitch and was like, I need to get a coach. I need to move quickly. What happened there? Like what were you thinking at that time?
This may be the least of people's worries when they're jumping into business. But the week before I got fired, I prayed.
Mm,
And I asked God, I said, hey, I just need you to give me whatever it is that you have in your will for me. And I said,
mhm.
and I need you to put it in my heart for me to love that. Even
Oh
if it's
wow.
not what I want, I need you to put it in my heart for me to love that. So when I got fired, my mindset was, God push you out the door because you was gonna be okay with staying, and whatever comes next, I'm gonna be okay. Like whatever comes
Wow.
next is gonna be in God's will for me, and it's gonna be exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So I wasn't thinking about the job. I wasn't thinking about. I stayed away from my fears at that moment. I think that's a
Mm,
very big thing. I stayed away from where I'm gonna make money. How am I gonna take care of my son? How am I gonna do this? Mind you, I'm also finishing up my MBA at this time. I'm staying away from all of like I don't God got me. Like
tunnel
that's real.
vision. Tunnel
Yeah,
vision. I love it.
it's super tunnel vision. And I think the mindset was immediately get the help that you need. And I knew
Mm-hmm.
that I wanted to start an accounting business. I just didn't want to have to get a brick and mortar. So my thing was
Okay.
finding a coach who could help me start my accounting business online and market to people to where they trust me
Mm-hmm.
online as opposed to having a brick and mortar. And I found just that.
Congratulations. Now
Yeah, thank you.
let's talk about that, right? Because you have the accounting business
Hmm.
remote, but you also have a coaching business as
Hmm.
well, helping people that are exiting corporate America.
Yeah.
So tell us more about both. How is the accounting business structured right now? Is it just you? Do you have a team? And then for the coaching business, how did you start with that?
Okay. So first off, biz tip, real quick. Do not ever be afraid to restructure your business and your business model.
Mm,
Very important. So my accounting business for the past 2 years has been us working with small businesses. And
mhm.
we work specifically predominantly with people in the entertainment industry. So a lot of
Okay.
production companies, audio engineers, people in entertainment. I immediately, maybe like a year and a half in, I was like, I don't want to work with them no more. It's too much for me. It messes with
Mhm.
my sanity. I'm all about peace and a soft life. So I immediately knew that that's not what I wanted to do long term. So I
Mhm.
worked on how I was going to restructure my business. I do have a team. Shout out to my team because you cannot do it alone. It's to the point that the individual customer base that we take on, that's automated. Like I don't have to do
Mm,
the day to day with that. Of course, we have team
nice.
meetings, of course, things like that. You have to be a part of it, but I do not have to do the day to day. Maybe the sales, but even then, we are not even taking any client who isn't a current client of ours. We are
Oh,
not
wow.
doing it. Yeah, we're moving into government contracting when it comes to the accounting side. So again,
Congrats.
restructured that business to fit my life that I desire. That's like very important.
That's
Now,
a
when it
big,
comes to the business coaching, I got into the business coaching because of my accounting business. I would have clients who would be like, I need you to help me with this and help me with this. Mind you, we do accounting and taxes, bookkeeping, taxes, a little tax planning. They're
mhm.
asking me for everything outside of that, but I'm helping them. And then I'm realizing, like, when I do my annual reviews, because of course, do annual reviews. That's important. So you can see
Mm,
what clients actually like about your business, what they don't like, what they
it's
felt
a
like they were
gem.
missing. Yeah, that's important. So when I did my annual reviews, I would have them, they're like, yo, you helped me a lot. And I ain't just talking about taxes, like really boosting me up. And then it was like, I'm already coaching. Let me make a business out of it because maybe this is
Nice.
part of the journey that God has me on that I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. I love how they're kind of play out with each other, right? Because
Yeah,
with
definitely.
with that accounting business, you're helping people get the numbers straight. But with the coaching business, they're starting a business, they're gonna need to get the numbers straight.
Yeah.
So you don't think about it, but having a coaching business and accounting business kind of work with each other. That's genius.
Most definitely, even in the sense of like, I've already decided when we move completely out of helping individual business
Mhm.
as opposed to just working with the government, we'll only be helping clients from our coaching side.
Mm,
Those who need their taxes done, those who need assistance with setup, those who need assistance with cleanup, and more so, not just doing it for them, but actually educating them on how to do it.
mhm,
So the goal, of course, is not for you to be doing your own bookkeeping and taxes. But if you think for 1 second Jay-Z doesn't have an understanding of what his P&L means or what his cash flow
mhm.
report means or what it looks like for his taxes, you are tripping. Like, even though you may not be the one doing it, at some point in time, you need to have an understanding of how it's supposed to go and what it looks like so that one, no one is running over you, but also so that you
Mm.
set the standard of what you want it to be in your business.
I love it. So to wrap things up, what is one small biz tip? You already gave tons of gems. But what is one small biz tips you could share with everyone, especially entrepreneurs that are either just starting out or trying to figure out that hate numbers, right? Because there's a
Yeah.
lot of entrepreneurs that they don't like numbers. They like
Mhm.
getting paid, but they don't like looking at numbers.
So even though like that's a big part of it, I'm gonna say for those who are really either in business or trying to enter business, although I was fired, something I didn't tell you all, the year before I was telling myself that I was gonna have to quit my job to be able to make more money.
Mm,
That was my mantra, I would say, my affirmation that I
mm,
would say daily. So I was preparing myself the
wow.
the entire 2019 before I actually got fired. One big tip I would say is if you are currently working a job or even if you work a job and you have a side hustle,
Mm-hmm.
hire help. Get you a
Mm,
virtual assistant. You cannot do it on your own. And not only that,
mm-hmm.
you don't need to waste your time on tasks that won't generate you income right now. So
Mm.
responding to emails on a daily, like get somebody else to do it, please. All jokes aside, and there are so many resources out here that will allow you to find someone at a reasonable cost. And what better time to do it when you're working a job that you're
Mm-hmm.
already making money from?
Yes.
That's a big
Mm.
business. Yeah,
I
people
love
are
that.
afraid of that. And stop trying to do your website on your own.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Listen,
so glad you said that.
even if you design it and you think it looks good, there are people, professionals who have an eye for what consumers and what
One.
businesses want to
Yes.
see. And not even just the visual part of it, the verbiage. When I did my
Yes.
website and then I let my web designer do my website, the way he took my words and he made me sound like a real life boss out here. Hire help, guys. Hire
That's
help.
fantastic. I
Yeah.
love it. Thanks again. Now, how do people get in touch with you? If they want to join your coaching program or, learn more from you, like what's the best way for them to reach you?
So you can either go on my website, which is tashimafreeman.com, TASHIMA freeman.com. And then on every social media platform, it's the same, Tashima Freeman.
Awesome. Guys, check out Tashima. As you can see, she is a smart cookie. Thank you again for jumping on. Have a good one.
Thanks.